All right, we'll leave it there for Tahir. You guys let us know what you think. Should he have saved that, or should he have not? Should United keep Tahir next season, or should they not?
We're going to talk about that later.
Oh yeah, we'll bring that up later.
Yeah.
But
We're getting into it.
I mean, we're wrapping that part out. Let's go to City versus Inter in the final now.
Final.
Talk to us about that. How you feel?
I'm not. I want to be confident for City to win, but like I don't want to talk too much, especially after this game. I just think that they have to find a way to go back in the training ground, grind some more and work. Because I watched Inter Milan play with, is it Toledo or Torino, yeah. I like their performance there. I think if they come with that same energy here, they're gonna have some problems. I'm not fearing them, like I said, much at the back. I'm fearing the guys they have up front if we give them a chance to play.
Martinez.
So yeah, we get that chem up, we get that the sharpness up, and we bring like our best, not what we did against United, like clinical, good football. We're winning that. But if it's so 0-0, 1-1 at 70th minute, I'm gonna worry.
Tricky.
Yeah, I'm gonna
For me,
worry.
I don't even think it's because of Inter as a team. I still stand by this. I think it's just the history that they have,
The stage.
and the stage. The teams that they've been through have went through this and seen it out, so they can draw from that experience. And City has been having trouble with like getting finishing this.
My
off.
thing with history is there's no one in that team right now in Inter. Is there anyone with that Inter team that has won this?
Probably not, but like the coach plays that video, it's like, okay, this is
Oh,
what we
okay,
are. This is who we
sure,
are.
okay.
I'm pretty
I
sure
guess,
that's what
yeah.
happened to Madrid too. They were like, okay, this is who we are. You have this heritage within your club.
All right, if you put it in that manner, then yes.
So that could kind of like encourage the players or give them a tiny bit of confidence, a fight, like a little tap
Something
in
to
the
fight
step.
for. Yeah.
But otherwise, City is like a dominant force over them.
But I have possession.
I honestly don't think that way will factor in at all.
You reckon? I think it will, and
Because-
I've seen the City fans talk about it, that like the football, because they don't have that history, the football heritage, it could affect their players going
It's
into
time to make it now, though.
And that's the big thing. It's history being made,
Yeah.
right? And obviously, none of us were old enough to actually say we have any recollection of 1999 treble, right?
Fair.
But from all the, if you've ever seen Class of 92, I've watched that movie like 10 times. From listening to players who played in that era and fans in that era talk about that era, you can tell that same level of confidence is the same level of confidence the City team has.
Perfect then.
Even when they weren't playing well against United, that's why I said they're dangerous everywhere. Even not playing well against United, they were still, look at them during the season when they don't play well against United, or United close them out. Game ends 2-1, United win, we sneak something in. This team knows how to finish out a game regardless.
Perfect.
I don't think Inter might come in and give them a problem. I can see that.
Yeah.
The motivation from there. But this team,
And-
this confidence.
And the mentality, I liked right after the FA, instead of going to like, they were talking about
talking
one more.
next game,
Let's
yeah,
go
let's
get them.
go
Like,
again.
My thing
this is a different city.
Inter is gonna go there and work if nothing else. Like they're gonna be running around.
And I'm okay with the runaround.
I was about to
We are
say.
used to doing that to teams. I just want them to be clinical. City will get chances,
Of course, yeah.
but the minute that we start missing, that's when
It's gonna be
it's
a
a problem.
Hopefully the stage is not too bright for them. Like I give them this, they could come in there and be confident and just see it out. But also there's another, you can flip the coin and be like Inter comes in there
Absolutely.
and puts in a shift and gets a lucky like goal or something. Or like takes it to extra time.
I like that it's Inter. I feel like if it was a hot team, like a hotter team, like a team that's coming to play, because I feel like they are the underdogs, but then also they might come with that mentality that okay, we know they're gonna possess, so we need to counter. If a team said we're going to play and we don't care if you're City or whoever, I worry about that. Like a Liverpool back then, or like So now
they'll
that
probably
it's
sit
Inter,
back for sure and hit you in the counter.
And even then,
they're old.
I have
It's
zero.
just
I'm like, I'm 100%.
to you.
No, my thing is that you can't just go in there and all just give it
it's
to
City.
City. There has to be like, what? How could it happen? The other side of the story. How could the other side of the story happen?
Okay, I'm going to
tell
put
you
songs
how.
to won't I? You ready? Did you want to give the game to City the second leg?
Against Madrid.
Yeah.
I mean, they were home.
But you didn't want to give them the
I
game.
didn't want to give them the game,
But
but they
the
were going
game
home.
was gotten by City.
Yeah, they took the game. They beat us home last season too, so this is nothing new.
I know.
They didn't beat you like that last season at home.
It was like 4-1 at one point, and then we got a pen. We came back and it was 4-3. But they were destroying us.
But they didn't beat you like that.
But they were destroying us.
You couldn't even get a shot in. Remember that?
What was this?
Remember that?
15 minutes. So they were
but I'm just
destroying
saying
us
like
even last season. Like at home, they did this.
you could come with a plan, but it's just like I feel like City at this point dictates the game. But if you capitalize off of their shortcomings in that particular game, that's when you could be dangerous.
And
given that Inter won't make any mistake, they will finish every chance they get.
And
that's not the case.
That's not gonna happen. It's football.
But I think Martinez could be, because Martinez
scared
doesn't
of
need
that
many
guy.
chances.
Is
And
that
he-
boy,
he
that
always strong
Argentinian?
kid.
I
He
don't
doesn't
like
need many
that guy,
chances,
man.
and it could be the scrappiest of chance, and he will see it through. So he's like he's a finisher, and so Lukaku, you put him in the
Lukaku,
second
bro.
half.
Your assumptions are that this City team is just gonna be letting Martinez get that chance.
I'm talking about a counter. That's probably not what you
Even
understand.
that,
Well, even the counter is
Even
not
that.
going to happen.
It might happen. Garnacho got a counter against City.
At what time?
It was probably like 60, 70th minute. You guys, Inter's gonna come there and play. They're not gonna just sit. Like,
Inter's not gonna come for a beating.
yeah, they're not
agreed.
gonna lay down there. They're gonna get a chance.
Nobody
plans
wants
on
a
laying
beating.
down.
Yeah, they're
But
gonna
they
get
lay
like
down
at
anyway.
least 3 or 4 chances. And I'm saying they might take 1 or 2 of those.
And
That's if we don't take the 5 we'll have gotten before that.
Yeah, that's. They
they-
won't crowd the box for sure. They won't just. You guys won't get clear-cut chances against them. That's given.
can we make our
You're
predictions?
saying we won't get clear-cut
No, you won't
chances?
get clear-cut chances.
I
Against
know
Inter Milan.
you are.
In the box, you won't get clear-cut
Yeah,
chances.
Okay, make a
off then.
prediction.
Go for your prediction.
It's gonna be 2-1 City.
2-1. You think it's gonna be that close?
It's a final, fellas.
Okay.
Maybe you guys not familiar with finals or UCL's finals.
Yeah. 'cause-
We are familiar with winning and whipping teams that know how to play finals.
That wasn't a final, that was a semi-final. But
Yeah, but we still whooped you though.
and we were
4-0.
We still whooped you.
6-3.
Nah. 4-0 still.
7-0.
Hey, at least we went from worst United team. Sure, fine.
Yeah.
We took our 7-0. You apparently, best team in the world. UCL. Nah, shut up.
We're not about
Give me your
best.
prediction.
And
Let's
we
go.
won the
Give me
Champions
your
League last
prediction.
season.
Yeah.
Prediction
When
is
last time
gonna
we
be.
won it?
Prediction is gonna
Couldn't
be.
stop City being in trouble.
You can see the wound is still there, bro.
Couldn't stop
The
City
wound is
being in
still
trouble.
there.
I
It's
asked if
okay.
I could do this.
Madrid, his
I
wound is
asked-
still there.
You just got beat yesterday, bro.
It's fine. Me, I can.
Just got beat yesterday.
Here's the difference. I came from low expectations.
You came from low expectations.
to better expectations. You've come from all this way up here and falling down your mighty mountain.
We knew the team
My
would
guy,
go
go
in.
sit down.
We knew
Ahead.
the team would go in with.
2-1. Who do you think is putting
2-1.
these
Who's
goals?
scoring?
I think De Bruyne. They're gonna need him to score.
Both goals.
No, come on, chill
Sorry,
out.
sorry. I'm just excited.
I think it's gonna be De Bruyne. And then I think Silva. De Bruyne
Okay.
and Silva.
Yeah, which okay. Alright.
But actually, I was just saying that under pressure. I think it's
That's
gonna be 2-2 and then goes to extra time.
Okay.
Yeah, and then whatever happens, it happens. Yeah.
Alright.
Before I do my prediction, I just want to remind you that every team you've predicted to pull out something has failed. Newcastle, Arsenal,
Newcastle
Madrid.
finished top 4.
They finished fourth after they should have been third and
But they
75
finished
third.
top
Oh,
4.
United was
Okay.
third.
And then Arsenal couldn't even finish the league. Think about it before you
On the
hope
field
for
for
Inter
Arsenal.
Milan. Think about it before you hope for Inter
I'm
Milan.
hoping for a good game, bro. It's a final. I don't want to see a team get like
Smashed
ran
in the
over
final.
like
That's
yesterday.
fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I want them ran over.
I think we're going to see a 3-1. I think Haaland is going to score in the first 25 minutes.
Okay.
Gundogan will score in the start of the second half. I think Lautaro or Dzeko would score before the end of the first half. Second half, Gundogan, and then Alvarez will come off the bench and finish the game out.
Okay.
3-1.
It's a final. One game. I watched the City United game, so I'm gonna base it off of that and the momentum. Gundu is scoring a goal in that game again. He wants it. I think we're gonna get another mid, maybe De Bruyne or Silva, but Haaland for sure is getting a goal in that final.
He has to. He
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to.
So
He's hungry.
I think it's gonna be. It can still be a tussle, but in the goal end of things, I still think City's gonna get away with a 3-0 in that game.
No goal for Inter.
Yeah, based on what I've watched, the last game of Inter and the last game of City,
Yeah.
because they beat that team a very shaky 1-0. It's something to be proud about. You won. You have confidence coming into the final, but
Yeah, it's a final.
I
hope
watched
they
that
put
game
up
and
some sort
I
of
saw some
performance.
things that I liked that I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
come bring the same thing to the final.
The Inter
Let's see
game.
what happens. Yeah.
I think you guys just have to be careful because I don't know, like they're gonna put in a shift. They're not gonna just like lie down.
I think City is prepared for whatever shift. I think it's just gonna be who wants it more. And right now, based on what's at stake
And they
the
can't
history
play
at
ugly
stake,
too.
yeah,
So-
no, bruv.
It's gonna be interesting, fam.
I'm trying to think because Inter's midfield is pretty decent, and they can at least Brozovic, Barella, Mkhitaryan, and Çalhanoğlu. And those guys are
who
all
can score a long range.
long
out of
rangers.
nothing.
Yeah, they can all
So I'm
create.
just
something.
hoping. I'm putting a story for the other side.
You're
like,
putting hope, man.
It's a good thing. Somebody's got to talk for them because I mean, probability already on the paper doesn't look
it's
good
not.
for Inter.
It's not helping them.
You know what I mean? But I like their defense. I think I'm prepared to watch them and see how they're gonna stop
They
what
play
we have.
pretty
like
much. They're gonna play
3-5.
pretty much 5 in the back because
Yeah.
I am
the
fine
3 are
with
gonna
that.
be going back.
Because it's going to be a
The two- the wing
3-2-4-1. So an overload at the back is not a problem at this
Yeah,
point.
the-
You have to be clinical with marking a man and make sure that they
Each
don't get
one's-
past you.
yeah.
It's going to be a hard shift.
That left, what's his name of their left back, Inter's left back will give you guys
Three
hell.
on top of the right back. The right back, what's his name? The
Left back, is he
the
gonna be
French
going-
guy, Dumfries. Going forward, if he gets a chance to run forward, he's gonna go
They're
down the line.
the way Inter work best, at least if you've seen them the last 2 seasons. Left back on a counter attack gets the ball, whips it, and Dumfries is on the other side. Dzeko is in the box, Lautaro is in the box.
So they're hoping.
So
air
they're
balls.
just one chance in there in that with a cross, a whip cross. They're gonna
The problem with them
suffer that.
is they play. They don't have like one's kind of. They can play like a very long ball. They can even for their finishers. They can play like crosses to Lukaku. They can play like they have shooters in the top
have
of the
the
box.
options.
So they get a couple of options. They're not gonna try possess, but
If they don't get the
They're
ball,
not
they
gonna
don't
get
get
the
to
ball.
do none of that.
The big thing is they are going to be running a lot, a ton, and it's not going to be like, oh, we get into our shape and we move around for City, because City is not going to come into that game. You see how they started the United game, even though there was some rustiness. They're going to come into that game 100% straight away.
Yeah.
So they will have to come in with the exact same energy or even higher.
The Inter that won, it was Mourinho's Inter, right?
Mourinho's
The
Inter.
greedy, hard-working.
Hard working, couldn't concede a goal.
Do they have the same grit and hard workers
No.
right now at Inter?
not
Okay.
really.
Not at all.
Because I feel like you need dogs, but you need people that are prepared to be like, no matter how we get to the finish line, we're getting to the finish line.
They are still dogs. They just aren't those dogs anymore.
Giraffes and puppies, I guess.
Nah, but yeah, you guys tell us what you think. Your predictions. 3-1, 3-0,
3-0,
3-1, 2-2.
Into
Let
the
us know. Let's move on now to some off-field topics. Let's talk about a transfer that has been looming around. People talking big about it. Mount to United.
Monty, it's not one that all United fans are excited about.
Yeah, fair.
Me particularly too. But if all these managers have seen something in this guy, and don't get me wrong, Mount is a good player. All these managers, Southgate, Lampard, all the way through Tuchel, they've all seen something in him. And right now that he wants to leave Chelsea, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, 3 of the best managers in the Premier League want him.
Okay.
There's got to be something about him. So, and personal deal has been agreed. United is trying to bid for £50 million because he has 1 year on his contract, but Chelsea want 80.
That's too much.
That's
Anything over 60 for Mount.
it's
Listen,
way too
I think Maguire broke the scale. If as a player
You're
you
gonna
are
blame
deemed
Maguire.
less worth than 80, less worth than Maguire, you have to have a problem with yourself as a soccer player.
But he hasn't even been playing this season, bro.
The transfer, and they tried to milk him. If Maguire actually got past like the mistakes and the little things, I feel like he could have actually started for United because they gave him enough chances.
They did,
yeah.
they gave him a run.
So I'm like, hey.
But I saw an analysis video of Mount actually. They were talking about coaches like his pressing ability in the top half. And he does have a bit of production. He has a shot, he has a
He's got a cross,
he's got
set pieces.
set pieces, his work rate. So I think for me it's not my kind of player.
He's not. I don't think it's many people's kind of player.
But
Let's be honest.
if you need a worker, get yourself some Mount.
And the thing I see is that he could be that. I see him as a direct sub for Eriksen. Eriksen's position, play along Casemiro. Yeah,
last game.
Because Eriksen doesn't have beautiful player, progresses the ball well. Eriksen doesn't have that dog.
He doesn't have legs.
He can run for days. He just cannot make a tackle. Cannot fight with somebody. You know, we need that. Yeah. And Fred and McTominay, they can do that, but they can't pass the ball. So in a game like against City, you don't want to play Eriksen and Casemiro. You want to play someone who can do what Eriksen can do on the ball, but someone who can defend too. Yeah. So Mount and Casemiro. We're talking yesterday at coaching about like if you could somehow magically get Rice and Mount together.
United.
Then we're talking about now you're building a good midfield with depth in it. But then Casemiro versus Rice, who are you gonna?
Would you do two holding?
Never. And if you're doing two holding, it can't be Casemiro and Rice. You know,
because it's kind of like the
same kind of player. Yeah. Rice is better at driving the ball forward. Yeah, but even then, I feel like you'd play Rice alone or you play Casemiro alone. Yeah, you can't play both. And neither of them want to cut down their game time for the other. You know.
Yeah. Now did you see that video when he was getting interviewed today? Was at the F1 race and we were like, I go to United.
Oh, man, yeah.
He kind of blows over it and he doesn't answer directly and people are like, okay, I think this is done.
Yep.
But it's big days for like transfers. There's another update from Fabrizio today. Big Ben's leaving, bro, for Saudi.
Benzi.
That one's tough.
It's okay to cry.
That one's hard, man. That one's hard because, after the City game, you could tell his body language. I was like, okay, I've seen this before. I did mention that, it looks like he might be heading out. You know what I mean? But still, man, Ben's what he done for us, like after the CR7 era, we don't get anything without him. We don't get La Liga, we don't get Champions League without him. We don't even compete anyway without him. So he came off from a bad run where it was with the shot of CR7. He comes out of there, wins the Ballon d'Or. He really shows his quality, and I was happy for him. And maybe I thought we could milk one more season out of him. But
you already got so many ancestors in there, bro. Like you can't have Benz, Modric, and Cruz.
But get one more season from Benz where he takes less minutes, and then have another striker who's gonna work under him, and study him.
Okay,
you know what I mean? But the bag Saudi was offering
is too much. And even from what I've seen so far and what I've gathered so far, it wasn't even a team in Saudi that approached Benz. It was like the entire league, the government of itself, saying, "Yo," and the offer was pick your city, pick the team you want, pick whatever luxuries you want. This 100 million for you, pick whatever. Like, come on. It's a contract.
Life is simple, bro. Like you don't gotta. He's done everything that he can do in Madrid.
Yeah.
And he's won a Ballon d'Or in there, and he got his credit. He's been the guy there. You're done. It's okay.
Leave when you're at the top.
Because he's the hero there. He's probably gonna have some monument somewhere.
Yeah, probably deserves it.
Yeah.
And I mean, fairness to him, he's going like a lot of our legends went out very differently. He's going under his terms and conditions.
True.
He's not.
No one's kicking him out of the club.
But he was coming probably next season.
Because they did offer him in January. They did offer him an extension to 2024. Yeah. But I mean,
even this, there was a personal agreement with the team. Like I was reading, he was agreed with the team. Like maybe a week ago, but then when all these other deals came out, he's like, okay,
change his mind.
Hey, listen, man. Yeah, he did what he can, and it's always sweet when it's your terms. Because Madrid have a tendency of cutting fellas off.
The most ruthless fan base and organization.
That's how you stay out. That's how you stay out.
It's disrespectful, man.
Let's see. Also, Hazard is leaving. How would you feel about the transfer?
I heard murmurs about a Chelsea comeback or whatever. He should just hang the boots, bro. He's been sitting down too much.
There was a report yesterday that he was considering retirement.
Rightfully so.
So I mean, he could either retire or try and milk a bag in either the States or Saudi.
He could get the bag somewhere, bro.
He could get a bag somewhere.
Saudi likes the flash. I think they like flashy players and players that, you know what I mean, Benzema. You know what I mean?
But Hazard is a name, Hazard is still a name.
It's just because this last
they never saw it through. It's a prince that never became king. You know what I mean? He's not a Saudi guy.
You're being harsh.
Remember, you can't just what they call it. You can't just take all the kings, all the dying kings, and put them in one league.
You can't
have to take
Saudi.
some.
So if you want the Saudi bag, he has to have it, but he can go anywhere else.
Yeah.
But they're not going to give him 100 million.
They won't give him 100 million.
He
No.
could, like you said, he could go to the United States.
Yeah.
And
Sure, yeah.
Come here,
Get something.
into Miami, link up with Beckham, get some money.
I'm
you're
for
good.
that move, yeah.
Yeah.
Stay away from Saudi.
Alright, one more little transfer I gotta talk about. Asensio is leaving. He's going to PSG.
I never liked the guy. I never liked the guy.
Can you go watch his goals?
He's good.
Can you go watch his goals?
He's a good player. I just
It's just not your preference.
Yeah, I just don't like how he plays, and I don't like his contribution to Madrid.
His contribution
and I don't
is
think
a
he's
goal.
gonna change much in PSG. We need PSG needs. They need movers and shakers.
It's like I'm a bandwagon.
I'm a bandwagon, I
Yeah.
swear. I am
No.
plastico.
Okay, but Asensio, dog, he is a pretty much automatic shot on top of the box.
He does. And
I wonder why he
we're
couldn't start
forgetting,
for Madrid.
but
He
we're
got
forgetting
injured.
that. Yeah, we're forgetting like the kid that was coming up.
Oh,
That's potential that
coming
was
up.
there. He's not going to be your I'm gonna cut in and dribble everyone, but he can play a pass. He can
a good player.
He can
He's-
have a
The
sprint. He
problem,
can finish.
what you can critique him for is like he's not gonna be very involved in the game without the goal.
He's gonna score.
If he scores, that's maybe the most.
That's his cake
contribution
today.
you're gonna
Yeah.
get.
He's not a mover and shaker for me. So therefore, he's not needed there.
But think about PSG right now. They're losing Messi. They're losing Neymar, right? Which is, I think, is perfect for them, right? You need to build again. You have Mbappe as your sole superstar if he stays. You have him as
He's
your sole
gonna stay,
superstar.
yeah.
You bring in someone like Asensio, play him on the right hand side. You already have the people that can control tempo. And
Is he a worker like that?
He
can
can do a
press,
job, yeah.
and,
He's not.
I didn't like the tone.
He's not special, you know. He's not gonna be your McTominay or Mason Mount, but he's going to do his job.
Fair enough.
You know,
Fair enough.
and that's all you need in a team
need
that
to
already
send
has
you-
tempo controllers.
I need to say some of his.
I
goals, bro.
really like.
He
when
has
was-
some bias
when
to
he
him.
was
No,
there.
his bangers against.
His bangers are nice, though.
Against Barca, he has Barca. literally-
Copa del Rey
he was-
finish, hey. He did
Even
it.
Champions League was a super sub.
That season, he had it was like a roll of games where he was just scoring that same goal, edge of the box,
Same
top
goal.
ends.
Carla. Okay, I'm not gonna
That's
sell
a good
it.
deal.
There's a player
Yeah,
there.
There's a player
There's a
there.
player
Yeah,
there.
he is good though.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes. And how sure are we of this Lion
Nice
news?
factual.
It's factual.
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio, wow. Wow, let's take a second. A moment of silence for the greatest Lion to ever grace the field.
Zlatan.
Zlatan.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think we're losing a gem in soccer, man. Nobody has press on his hand.
Yeah.
And the beautiful goals that he scores, like the impossible, like
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? That we're losing a
Character.
gem. Yeah,
Yes.
we need those guys, man. Like for
That
The
character,
ball's
like,
not the same. Yeah.
different, bro.
He's and I was seeing someone talk about this. The moment the guys we grew up with, the moment they're all retiring, so the moment we see Ronaldo and Messi retire, those guys who could talk to the press and say, I'm
the best.
the best, I'm gonna change the game next time. They're no longer in the
yeah,
league.
I think it was the last of
Mbappe,
breed.
Haaland,
Maybe.
not really.
Okay,
Haaland
Mbappe
can
will
say a word.
Mbappe
we'll
can
see it from
Even
there.
Haaland could
Actually,
say
you're
jokingly
right.
words.
Joking,
like, oh,
yeah,
coming.
but the two guys out of how many?
The generation is not
up-and-coming
quite
players.
allowing it. I feel like you would be so cancelled. Like if you came
If
out
you
with that
did that,
bravado,
yeah.
oh my lord.
We miss those kind of players.
With that
Zlatan.
arrogance, bro.
Yeah.
And especially when you back it up.
Yeah. Do you remember? I think it was World Cup qualifier for 2014. Sweden, Portugal. That game, Ronaldo and Zlatan leading up to that game, I was just like, these guys are gonna. And then what was it? Ronaldo hat trick and an assist, and Zlatan like 2 goals or something, brace and an assist. Bro, you don't
Think
have
of
players
beauty,
like that
man.
anymore.
And then that goal against England.
Oh, the
that bicycle
bias.
kick.
I mean, those are just he does them too often.
Wait.
Bicycle and the scorpion,
Too
just
easy, man.
kung fu. Like there's a
He
yeah.
doesn't have history of
His
like
martial
one of the
arts.
Martial arts
Yeah.
things,
And I
yeah.
saw that he's going into like the movie industry.
Yeah.
You might as well, man. Yeah, let the lion be the lion, bro. Can't keep a
Please.
good man.
But he
Zlatan.
gave us like a lot of like good times, like good headlines.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. The
God,
press
Jesus.
here, palm of his hand, bro. Like
How's-
he's only one Zlatan.
How about we do this? Do you guys remember, like, go around, say one quote, one Zlatan fact
Bro,
that stays in your
you
mind.
probably think of it.
The one that's still stuck in my head before that Portugal game we were talking about, they asked him, how do you think this game's going to go? You versus Cristiano, making the World Cup. He goes, why are you asking me? Only God knows. They're like, yeah, but we can't ask God. He's like, you're talking to him.
What?
This man is on something else.
I can't think of one exactly, but it wasn't the one who was like, you can't compare lions or like gods to, to like regular humans.
Yeah,
or something like that.
When he was in United, they were doing the Premier League. They did an interview and they were like, oh, who are the best strikers in the Premier League? And he named all these strikers and they were like, you didn't call yourself. It's like, you don't compare humans to lions.
I think I remember that interview, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's good. Legend.
It's good.
Definitely gave us classics. You want to talk about, we're running out of time soon, but I did see real quick, there's interest from Gundogan. Arsenal interested in him because his contract
His contract is coming off. Yeah. You know, honestly, I'm going to answer as a football fan and as a United fan.
Okay.
As a football fan, I want City to renew his contract.
Got you.
Because he's at that age that a new team, he won't pick up that level of quality again. So he needs to stay there, play like they did this season, where at the start of the season he wasn't really on the field that much. And then when he heats up, he's there, he does his clutch stuff. But as a United fan, send him to Barca. Barca want him, kick him out of the Prem. We don't need more threats whenever we play City. City needs to start cutting down some of these midfielders.
We'll replace him. Bro.
Send him.
I think it's very replaceable. That's
you know what I mean. I know he's very good, man. He's a quality, but like, listen,
for real, bro.
We will find a replacement and we will do even better. Trust me.
Who in the market right now will replace Gundogan? And I'm not just talking about for the season. Look at your last 3 seasons. Winning the league, Gundogan has been the one that has literally dragged you guys to the leagues.
That's a very difficult question. I don't know where they usually find these guys, but they find them.
Yeah,
City,
they're gonna get
I may not have the answer right now in front of
you.
You
Might get that kid Wirtz from the Wirtz kid. He's from Bundesliga. He did get hurt.
Oh, I know the guy you're talking about. From he's not in Leverkusen, is he?
I think so.
The
he did get
German
hurt, but
kid?
he's a German kid who can play that position.
We have the money,
I
bro.
mean, you do have the money. I don't have fear that you won't find a person to replace him. The fear is a person of that level of impact, a person of that level of quality. I'm not saying Gundogan is miles above the rest of the midfielders. I'm saying when it matters, Gundogan becomes a different animal.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna happen
because
players like sense a moment. They're like, okay, we need this.
You start changing into
that's fair. But I give him his flowers, but it's just like I don't think it's like life changing type stuff.
No, you're right. He's in good form right now, and it's good that he's getting the appreciation he's getting because he's been doing that for City.
Yeah.
But like, is he groundbreaking? Am I gonna? Oh my gosh, if you leave City, nah, come on. Give that man 1-year contract. If he doesn't want, it's okay, sir. We could exchange. We'll find someone. Promise you.
Good luck to you.
Do you want to wrap up or do you want to speak about United quick, about your players?
I mean, there's certain players on the transfer list.
Oh, Lord.
Real quick. Well, potentially on the transfer list, as rumored and as things are looking. Maguire is a big one, as everyone has seen this week. They're trying to kick him out. He's got I saw many reports. I haven't had the time to confirm whether or not they're accurate or not. With United apparently willing to pay the 10 million loyalty bonus for him to leave. If we do that, happy. United at the FA Cup final, Urian Timber was in the stands. So now you're already looking at someone who wanted to come last summer that you can potentially bring in, maybe cheaper, because now his contract is getting closer to being done.
Yep.
You bring him in, that's your second. He's a third right back, second center back for you, You're set with that. Fred and McSauce, we're trying to figure out how to ship them out.
One
still
has to go at least.
I know Newcastle.
Freddie,
Newcastle.
He put in his shift.
McTominay
It's time.
The thing is, no one wants Fred. No one has explicitly come out for Fred.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
I don't want him.
That's the problem with a lot of United players. With Bailly, we had it with Jones. When Rojo, you can't really get them out. You have to just wait for their contract because they're paid way too much for no reason.
Freddie
Freddie needs to go. McTominay, Newcastle want, so
Yeah, good.
hopefully we can ship him out to them and
Easy 10
Eddie
mil.
Howe can use 10 mil there, and then you bring
Bad team to
in.
go to.
But you're bringing back Van de Beek. You're hopefully keeping Sabitzer, and then you're bringing
Y'all are
in
really
Mason
bringing back
Mount.
Van de Beek. I was seeing some Twitter fans saying
What about
they want
the-
him
He
out
is training. And
Virgo, so you gonna
going
sign
back.
the
Oh,
contract?
Burgos is gone.
Gotta go, bro.
My name can score a goal in this thing. I will say the man cut my
Waste
heart.
of heart.
The man cut my
Terminal
heart.
height.
He has a lot of heart.
He does.
He does. No, that's the emotional part.
Okay, yeah.
But you have to understand, as a fan, I know for some
Shut
of y'all
up, man.
plastic
Yeah,
fans,
shut up.
for y'all plastic fans,
Don't bring me into
certain players,
Yeah,
keep
rightfully
yourself
so.
there. Certain
Nah.
players, you need them to have that heart. You need players on your team that are literally just heart.
You need hard and someone who can at least kick the
That can
ball.
kick. We were saying like Burgos cannot chill.
Kick the ball.
There's too much cardio in the
Remember
field.
when he came inside? Remember when he came on the loan? He was doing his job. Then Martial comes back. He's on the bench. He's not getting much.
I think you appreciate him because you're a defender in real life. Because he's defense from up front.
No.
I really have a
it's-
sentiment.
Sure, there is that defensive. He's good at pressing,
gotcha.
but as on the ball, moving the ball out,
Got you.
he is a good option. His build-up play is decent. The only thing he cannot do is put it in the back of the net.
Alright.
That's where he
Just
falls
save his
short.
life, bro.
You know, and he's a striker at that point. What the
He
heck are
did
you
get it
doing
from
in
Burnley
football?
at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
true. So, man,
They fished him from Burnley?
bro, we ain't got no money in January,
What the
bro.
heck were you
What we're
thinking?
meant to do. It was.
What?
This was how it's meant to go. It was either Vargas comes in on loan or Rashford up top, Garnacho at the left wing.
They want Garnacho to start.
I seen people pushing for Garnacho
Yeah,
number
goes
7. I'm
from
like, bro,
Burnley?
chill.
That's
Yo,
what
we're
I'm saying.
down
him a second.
bad, bro. Fishing from Burnley?
Bruh,
Damn.
give us some money first. We can
Fellas,
wrap.
we'll wrap it up with that for today. You guys let us know your opinions. City versus Inter,
Inter,
your
yeah.
predictions. And then should Mount go to United? And was the head fall for that goal? You guys let us know.
The answer to that is no. Have a good day.
Guys,
And the trouble goes to City.
Get out of here.
Thanks, City.
No, I
we'll
can't.
see you next week. We'll see you
ya.
next week. What's up? We out.
Good stuff, guys.